Antonio, what'd you do during the bye week just to kind of get your mind and body right?
I just stayed. I did some treatment. Just really took the time to relax, and you know, we've been playing in SEC for 6 weeks, so it take a little toll on your body. So just did the little things I can do to help myself get through the rest of the season.
And no matter what the outcome of the game was in Alabama, it was probably the most consistent you guys have looked. How do you keep that momentum following a bye week, going into an upcoming matchup in SEC play against an opponent that also is on a bye week?
Honestly, you go watch the film and you take the goods from the performance, but also you learn from the mistakes that you made and, the little things that could have helped the outcome be different, and you use that as motivation. And, we set a standard for ourselves, and just taking what we did and you apply it to the standard that we abide by, and, you just try to use that as fuel for the rest of the season.
We'll stay on the front row, right side to Travis.
Hey, y'all are, I believe, second to last in the SEC in rush defense. How much was defending the run a focus through kind of bye week practice, and what do you think the issues there, and how do y'all fix it moving forward?
We don't really look at the stats about how we play. We just go out there and play, and we know going into the Bama game that the run was a big part of their offense, and that sets up the rest of their offense. And we just had to dial in into making sure that we could stop. That's their best player was in the backfield, so we knew we had to stop him to even have a chance to play to win in the game. And going into the rest of the season, we know we're going to get some good backs. I know South Carolina got a good back, and then Ole Miss following week has 3 good backs. So it's a big emphasis on the defense right now to stop the run.
We'll go back behind the lights to Tyler on the left side.
Antonio, have you kind of been able to get a little jump ahead, looking at South Carolina with it being the bye week, and you talked about they got a really good back, but what is going to kind of be your focus defensively as you prepare for the game?
Honestly, our focus is really just on ourselves and making sure that we can eliminate our self-inflicted wounds that we have during the game. And I feel like as a team, as a defense, we're really, gelling well as a unit. And coming off a game from Alabama, just being able to show what we can do, just a little. So I feel like that's just really our focus right now, just making sure that we can stop the self-inflicted wounds, because I feel like we're playing good ball as a defense right now.
We'll stay behind the lights and go to the right side to Justin.
Antonio, Spencer Rattler's thrown 8 picks already for South Carolina, so you're facing a quarterback that's prone to giving it away. Does that change your mindset entering a game like this, knowing that he's interception prone?
Watching Spencer, I feel like he's a quarterback that really trusts his arm, and probably sometimes trusts his arm too much. So, we can use that to our advantage, knowing that he trusts his arm a lot, and he's willing to throw the 50-50 ball. And, just as a defense, we just got to make plays in the air when he give us those opportunities and capitalize on them.
And obviously the streak you have going over South Carolina right now, 7 in a row, and I think Tennessee had lost 15 straight to Alabama, so we know, streaks can end. What's your mindset, and how does your team just enter Columbia Saturday night knowing the success you've had over South Carolina?
Well, we know they just upset. I think they was number 14 at the time, Kentucky. So they're probably on the. Their mindset is, they can play good ball. They're playing good ball, and, they're coming into the game to win. So we just got to go win with the mindset, not underestimating them, knowing they just came off a big win for themselves. And, just, like I said, just don't underestimate them and treat them with respect and play them to our ability.
We'll go front row on the left to Zach.
Antonio, going back to Alabama for just a moment, you guys were able to collect 3 sacks in that first half. What was it that maybe you were doing differently, and how important is it to get to the quarterback, and are you guys looking to kind of keep that going moving forward?
Yeah, we knew with Bryce not playing, their quarterback, I forget his name, but we knew he was a runner, and it was just a different style of play that we had to go against because he was a running style quarterback. And obviously, we love to have sacks on the defense and it help us in the back end because we don't have to worry about the quarterback throwing the ball as much. And but we know like that helps when we get pressure on the quarterback. It affects them the whole game because he's not just looking down the field. He's worrying about the rush lanes, and we're emphasizing the D line to put more pressure on the quarterbacks going into the rest of the season.
We'll go to stay on the left side to Cease.
Getting back to that run defense problems you've had, when you guys have studied the film, you've given up, decent yards to multiple teams, not just running quarterbacks. What's been a common theme when you guys review the tapes about run defense?
I feel like just rush lanes. Like when we go 3 down, just not constricting the pocket, giving the quarterbacks space to make plays last with their feet, or just being destructive in the front. But I feel like we're working on that and trying to fix that as a unit, and just being on the same page all 3 phases of the defense: the front, the middle, and the back end, and just keeping each other accountable. Honestly.
We'll go front row on the right side to Cole and then Travis.
Max was saying earlier that because of the bye week, the preparation kind of gets started a little bit sooner for a team like South Carolina. When does preparation for you start for a team like this, and also how do you balance that with the bye week?
Film study goes earlier because you have a whole week, and I feel like you just can go more in depth into your preparation because you have more time. But also you can use that time to split the teams and go a week in advance as well. So like I know some of us has also started watching film on Ole Miss as well, not to look over South Carolina, but just use the week to our full advantage, and just be able to prepare to the best of our abilities.
And then everyone's kind of looking at you guys as being rivals, Alabama and LSU, but you play South Carolina every year for the Bonham Trophy. Do you view the Gamecocks as a rival?
I feel every game we play is a rival. We're going in with another team that's trying to beat us, and we're trying to come out on top. So I feel like every game we play is a rival between everyone because you never know the outcome. You always got to go in with the respect of your opponent and never underestimate them.
We'll stay on the front row to Travis and then David.
Not sure how much you've been able to see him in practice, but if you have gone against him a little bit, how have you seen Connor Wegman progress at quarterback? And do you feel like if his number ever got called, he could fill it in that role successfully?
Connor's a great quarterback. He's young. He has a lot of room of improvement. I feel like just getting him those looks at practice, so when or if his number do get called, it doesn't startle him. Being in such environment of playing in the SEC, but I feel like he's been taking everything well, mentally, just preparing well, and just not getting frustrated with everything. Just staying humble and just really just trusting the process. And he looked good. He's a great quarterback. He make great plays with his arm and with his feet. So when his number do get called, I feel like he'll be ready.
And how important was the bye week to the defensive back group? Because it seemed like y'all have kind of gotten a little banged up as the season gone on. Was it a chance for y'all to be able to heal up some of those bangs and bruises?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said earlier, playing the SEC week in, week out, it take a toll on your body, and the secondary has taken a little toll from it. But we took this week as a recovery week and made sure that everyone can get back, try to get back to 100. That's never possible playing the SEC or just playing football in general. But we took this week to try to recover mentally and physically, and just so we can finish out the rest of the season strong.
We'll stay on the right side, second row to David.
Antonio, you guys are 3-3, but are you at a point in the season where you can kind of change the narrative of the way the year goes out? I know the talk has been to finish out with 6-0, but do you feel like this is like the pivotal point of the season?
For sure. We didn't start the season off how we wanted to, having 3 losses this early, but, that you can't look at that. You can only learn from those losses, and that's what we have. Just as a team, as a leader, you got to keep everybody head on straight tell everybody to keep their head down, just keep working, stay humble. And I feel like this offseason, not the offseason, but the bye week, we've, as a team, worked hard during the bye week. I know a lot of teams during the bye week will, relax. But when we had practice, we practiced hard, and you can just see the hunger and the want from the team.
All right. Thank you, Antonio.